We do have breaking news. Bronny James is declaring for the 2024 NBA draft. Bronny, of course, is 19 years of age, also entering the NCAA transfer portal to maintain some flexibility there, so he hasn't made the ultimate decision just yet. So as a combo guard, he'll work out for and visit NBA teams, make a draft decision based on that evaluation. So, Paul, kick us off here. Good idea, bad idea for Bronny?
I really believe that this is a domino effect of what LeBron said the other day. What did he say? What did he say after the Brooklyn game? I don't have much time left. I don't have much time left. So he wants to play with his son. This is the time now. Bronny is probably most likely going to get a free agent pickup if he doesn't get drafted. Possibly the Lakers pick him up in a free agency. This is his opportunity to play with his son and ride into the sunset. I truly believe it. I truly believe it. I think Bron meant what he said. He's seeing how the year is going. He's going to let it play out. I don't have much time left. Bronny goes in, gets picked up as a free agent or a draft pick. Sign my son. Let this be his farewell tour and ride into the sunset. I truly believe that. All right.
Keyshawn, you are surprised because you said the other day you expect him to play at least one more year of college basketball.
And I kind of, I did yesterday or the day before, whenever we had the conversation about it. I don't think, well, I think it's two parts here. He's going to declare, but he's still waiting to find out what the portal's about.
Correct.
Okay, if the portal comes to fruition, there won't be any NBA draft for him this year. And what I mean by that is if the right school in the right situation.
And this is not about money. This is about situation.
It's not about the money. Yeah. It's the right situation. If the right situation comes up, whether it's UC Santa Barbara, whatever, San Diego State, whatever it is, the right situation comes up.
You threw out Pepperdine.
I just said Pepperdine just because I was thinking it's the local school.
Yep.
The right situation comes up, he'll take that. From an NBA standpoint, whether it's this year, next year, the year after, he's going to get drafted. He's going to get drafted. Now, does that mean he's going to be in a lottery pick? No. It just means he's going to get drafted. There are NBA teams, as you know, Paul, they draft second-rounders that never play. Stay in Europe. They never play. They draft them and never play. So for the Lakers or any team out there that has a clutch itch to burn a second-rounder on Bronny James, they'll do it. Okay? It ain't just about, it's about LeBron wanting to play with his son. And the Lakers is a team that he's with right now, and I don't foresee LeBron not signing an extension and going to another team. I think the Lakers is his final stop as far as team goes, and I think Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, with a certain pick, would draft Bronny James. Okay, I believe that wholeheartedly, because they're not only doing it for LeBron, they also doing it for future relationships that they gotta have to stay competitive. And that future relationship basically is an enforcement in the NBA. He's a force to be reckoned with, and that's clutch. And that's Rich Paul.
Okay.
Okay? And Anthony Davis on that team is one of his clients. Yeah. And then amongst other people across the NBA. You want to get to Darius Garland in the future? You might want to take a look at this. I mean, that's just a political thing. In the NBA, you going through the NBA circles, unlike the NFL, the NBA circles, we play. Okay. We play ball. You want to play ball? We play ball. NFL, they don't play ball like that. Those old school wizard dudes, they don't want to hear all that. In the NBA, which is a player-driven league, if I want my guy with me, Paul Pierce, Paul says to the Boston Celtics in our heyday, hey, man, I need y'all to make Keyshawn the 11th man. He ain't never coming off the bench. They say, okay, Paul, it's not going to cost us anything. Check Yannick's box in Milwaukee right now. I mean, we could go We can go on and on and on if we really want to dive into it.
You're talking about brother?
Check box.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's what happens in the NBA.
Yeah.
So he's going to get drafted. I wanted him to stay in college to continue develop his skills because I want him to get a fair shot because I think he can play in the NBA if he just continues to develop.
Well, one, two things can happen. He can get drafted or he can enter his name and then he can be picked up as a free agent. You know, that's probably going to be the easiest route if the Lakers have or don't have a second-round pick. You can just say, all right, we'll just sign you. We'll have
they can do that, too.
We have an open roster spot. That's like...
They can do that. Yeah. But he going to be on an NBA team if he decides
Well, he's
to
going
go
to be on the Lakers. He's going to be on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He's going to be on the
Lakers.
There's nothing else.
I'm going to double down on what I said from the start. And I'm sure some people will find it insane that I would make this case because Bronny just averaged as a freshman at your school 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, and shot 36% from the floor and 27% from 3.
How nice of you to round it up.
Yeah, I rounded up because it was 4.8 points up to 5. And he played like 20 minutes. I didn't check this, but it's about 20 minutes a night. I think he started 6 games. And they had, for them, a disastrous season because they went 15-18, and your coach Infield is now at SMU.
I feel like we was preseason top 10.
Oh, easy. I mean, I thought we'd be talking about Bronny and Collier right now, like they'd be playing tomorrow, right? Playing in Phoenix. Okay. Here's the point about Bronny James. Keyshawn, I don't believe he has the skill set to go to Pepperdine or Santa Barbara or Duquesne or wherever he might land, even Duke. Let's do Duke. He doesn't have a scoring skill set where he'd go somewhere and average 20 a game next year. You say, oh, he's ready for the NBA. I believe he's ready for the NBA right now because he's a very unique player. But it's almost like he was born to complement his father because he can play defense at the NBA level because he's got physicality to him. He's got high IQ thanks to his father, and he knows how to play basketball. And I think he's going to be a really good spot-up three-point shooter, and I don't know what the 27% is about, but I will say this. Just remember, he missed the first 8 games of the year because he had a heart condition, and it was serious business, and God bless him. I think he's okay, and it seemed like he came back and bounced back, but he never quite got in the flow and got his legs underneath him because that was a shocker that he went through, and then the team fell apart, and it never clicked, so he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you put him on the Lakers next year, LeBron would figure out how to utilize him and play with and off him the way he does off Austin Reeves because they vibe, because they get it. Austin Reeves just knows how to play. Bronny knows how to play basketball. He can defend at an NBA level. He can pass the ball. He's not his father, but he just knows how to play basketball. He will blend better in the NBA than he can in college because he can't blend in college because everybody says he's Bronny James. He's named after his father. We need to. Where's 20 a night, 30 a night? Where are you? That's not the type of player he is. He's not. That's not what he is. He is a complementary player. It's almost like he was born to play with and off his father, as opposed to play star for USC. So I would feel for him. I'd feel sorry for him if he went to another college and tried to show us, oh, I can score 32 a game at Pepperdine or wherever. It's not what he's meant to do. And I'm with you. The clock is ticking on his father, although his father looks sensational. He looks like he's 39 going on 29. And I keep telling Keyshawn, could LeBron play 5 more years if he wanted to? It looks like he could.
If he wanted to.
If he wanted to. I just don't know because your fire can go out like Keyshawn's did. Both you just finally get tired of it. The preparation, the sacrifice, the travel. It's hard. And I don't know if LeBron wants to go through it for 5 more years, but a couple of years playing with his son, and again, he's got a second son, but that would take 2 more years. Now, that seems a little bit far-fetched. But to your point, if it becomes clear politically that Bronny is going to play with his father no matter what, would anybody dare to try to draft him and talk him into, just saying, well, I'm sorry, we have your rights, you're going to come here? I just don't think they would take on Clutch, right?
No.
Nobody's going to dare to do that. Nobody's going to be the
What are you saying? Draft Bronny?
Yeah, what is it? It'd be if he's sitting there What if the Lakers just say, we'll just sign him as a free agent?
Right.
What if Rich Paul and LeBron make it clear to the NBA he's coming to L.A., whether you like it or not?
Right.
Don't stand in our way. Don't try to stop us. Or would somebody say, hey, I'm sorry, we have a draft pick here, and maybe it's the third pick in the second round. We're going to take him.
I don't think anybody will get in the way of such a thing. I don't think that'll be the case. No.
I mean, would somebody say, we'll take him, and then we'll try to talk LeBron into coming here?
No, this is signed, sealed, and delivered already.
Hey, it is because...
Yeah, it's probably signed, sealed, delivered.
It's
probably signed, sealed,
delivered.
which I'm okay with. I'm fine with that.
The single most powerful entity in the NBA is Clutch Sports,
Absolutely.
right? It just is. I mean,
people don't want to...
You don't want to get in the way. Look, you don't want to get in the way of that. They have too much control over, having different players. And,
you don't want to do that.
Like if you're a GM and you like a certain player under Clutch becomes a free agent, you don't want to have a bad relationship with them. That's how the NBA works with all the agencies.
Man, let me tell you something. Speaking of that, little birdie was on my shoulder once upon a time. And when the Anthony Davis situation was going down in New Orleans early on, the general manager tried to go behind somebody's back to send information to Anthony Davis. The general manager eventually got fired, and Anthony Davis wound up getting traded where he wanted to go.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the GM in New Orleans. Yeah.
Because
I remember this.
Because he decided he didn't want to hear any of the other stuff, and he was going to do it his way.
I remember
Well, in
this.
the end, Anthony Davis won out. The GM got fired, and AD wound up being in L.A. because he tried to go around what they told him don't do. Hey, man, don't go to the client and say this. Just do the deal.
Right.
Wind up being on the streets now. So you don't want to alienate certain people that got a certain power in an industry, and they got their clout, especially if you want to fill up your roster with some players that help you win a championship.
All right. And then we did see the video the other night, whenever it was, at the game of Jeannie Buss and LeBron, and they seemed very comfortable with each other, and I'd never seen them out in public like that. I'm not suggesting anything untoward, but you could just see how close they are. They're really close. I didn't know for sure about that. Well, that shows me Jeannie's going to do everything in her power to keep LeBron happy for the next couple of years. He's obviously the face of the franchise, the biggest drawing card to this moment in the sport. So if LeBron says, I just need my son here, I don't think Jeannie or Rob Pelinka are going to do anything to...
Again, like I said, teams in the NBA draft players all the time, and they never even play for those teams. They just draft them. They burn. It's a ton of European players that teams have burned second-round picks on, and the guys have never left Europe to come play for them. So for the Lakers to take a second-round pick and draft Bronny James or whatever the case is, then yeah. Now, I don't know if teams...
Keyshawn, I don't know if they need to burn a draft pick. I'm with Paul. I think you just say he's coming.
I mean, I guess you could do that, too.
You don't even have to take that risk.
I guess you could do that, too. But it's something about being drafted. It's just something about being drafted. Guys want to be drafted. They, it's just,
well,
you know how they go, Paul. They be wanting to be drafted.
Well, easy for you to say.
No, it has nothing to do with me.
I know.
I'm just saying guys want to be drafted. They
I think you
feel
live
a
in a
certain
day and
way.
age, you just want to be on the NBA team.